64-year-old Ma Guixi had her home destroyed by floods that devastated northern China last month. The district her village is in, Huairou, and neighboring Miyun district, just on the outskirts of Beijing, received a year's worth of rain in a single week. It led to Beijing's deadliest flood since 2012. Entire villages were mired in mud, and 44 people were killed. Ma says she's never experienced anything like this all her life, and she's still terrified. She recalled the chaos after she was rescued, how there was no internet and couldn't contact her children. Chinese experts are increasingly calling for city planners to prioritize ecological resilience given the disastrous effects of climate change. Beijing, situated in a historically dry area in China, saw citywide rainfall surge by 75% from a year earlier, in June and July. Since 2012, the Chinese capital has experienced 3 deluges that forecasters had said could only happen once every 100 years. In the recent Beijing floods, the authorities' most serious weather warning came too late for most villagers in Huairou. Many were already asleep by the time it was issued. 31 elderly residents of a nursing home in Miyun were among the dead. They had not been included in evacuation plans and were trapped in the rising waters. Yuan Yuan, a climate campaigner at Greenpeace East Asia, says the government needs to face the weaknesses in its rural emergency response.
This time, the rescue work was particularly difficult. For example, the water flow in the villages was quite rapid. Compared with the relatively static flooding they are more familiar with in cities, such as urban waterlogging, they were not well prepared for fast-flowing torrents. Situations like this show that our current understanding of the impacts of extreme weather, or the increasing intensity and frequency of extreme weather events under climate change, as well as the potential risks they bring, has in fact been underestimated.
To fight urban flooding, China spent more than $400 billion last year to build, quote, sponge city infrastructure projects. That meant adding permeable asphalt pavements, sunken rain gardens, and modernized sewage systems to its concrete megacities. But experts say sponge cities cannot help in Beijing's rural fringes, as villages in mountainous areas are more vulnerable to secondary disasters, such as landslides. Yuan suggests future contingency plans should also include evacuating residents ahead of time, having better early warning systems, in particular identify vulnerable groups of people with limited mobility.